What's up? My name's Grant Kanoki. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and artist, and you're listening to Power 98.5.
We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5. You're listening to Power 98.5, powered by United Angels Dream, your number one resource for public relations, entertainment, and multimedia. Contact them today at unitedangelsdream.com.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Stephen Cuoco.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You are live on air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. Head on over to power985.com. Click that bottom icon in the right-hand corner. Send us a message. Send us a comment. Share a compliment. We've got some great things coming up this week. Today, we've got actress. I'm going to say producer. I'm going to go over all about Erica Hubbard. Really honored. Big shout out to her representative, Lisa Rodrigo. Thank you again for setting this up. We have, get ready for this. I've got actor Mike Manning coming back tomorrow, November 3rd, 10 a.m. Pacific. We've got Jay Litherland. Okay, he's going to be on November 4th at 11 a.m. Pacific. And then we've got on November 5th, music artist. Wow, we're doing a live music drop on this one. His first official live radio interview with me here on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. Jason Marshall, he's going to be with us on November 5th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Once again, go to power985.com. You can check the local schedule. And if you happen to not be available or on lunch or on vacation, whatever's going on, you're getting ready for fall and you're not able to make it to any of our live shows, whether it's live on air with Stephen Cuoco, Catherine and Company with Ms. Catherine Swain, or Resilient You with Alicia Pazzoni, we will re-air those episodes. Just once again, head on over to power985.com. Check the local schedule, and you will not miss a thing. Now, if by chance you're not available to even check the live, listen to the re-airing of the live episode, we do have this on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Amazon Audible, Spotify. You cannot miss it. Once again, this is not a podcast. This is a radio show, but we like to accommodate our guests and to be able to be available to be everywhere so that you can hear all of the latest and greatest, from news to sports to entertainment and, writers and authors and everybody. So no matter what is going on in the world, you will always have the availability and ability to be able to listen to these shows anywhere, but we like to have you here, home with us on Power 98.5. Once again, download the iOS or Android app, tune in on Alexa, add the Power 98.5 Satellite Radio in your Alexa skill. We are also available on live FM radio, MyTuner, Streama, Streamitter.com, and many, many more. Wow. Oh, man. Super excited. Eric and I are both, we're drinking our coffee. We're both excited. When she called in, I just felt her energy like a November that cool, warm air that we feel during the fall time. It didn't hit me. It caressed me. And I'm super excited because it's been a long time since I've gone or had an interview with someone who's got such that exhilarating energy that's going to make this really, really fun. You know her, Erica Hubbard. She is an award-winning television, film, and stage actress, writer, and producer. See, I was right. Okay. Who has several projects that are streaming on Netflix, BET, Starz, Prime Video, Hulu, and more. Her major producing credits include Perfectly Single, Black Coffee, Professor Mack, and The Last Fall, which screened in South by Southwest Film Festival, one of my favorite places and destinations to see these films, directed by Academy Award winner Matthew Cherry. Erica has starred in countless studio films such as Save the Last Dance, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants with Blake Lively, Akeelah and The Bee, and Keke Palmer. Keke and the Bee with, Keke Palmer, Angela Bassett, and Laurence Fishburne, and A Cinderella Story with Hillary Duff, streaming on Netflix. I can go on, but I'm not going to spoil anymore because we're going to have Erica bring us up to date. But I'm going to tell you, we haven't even gone into, and I'm going to say it. Okay, Hubbard has also appeared in hit television shows such as CSI Miami, Cold Case, Everybody Hates Chris, ER, and Chicago Med on NBC. Erica, welcome to Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco. I can go on and on and on about you because you're so noteworthy.
Hi, Stephen Cuoco. Thank you so much for having me live on Power 98.5. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yes, I had my coffee, so I'm super hyper to talk to you, and I'm just hyper about being in a great place in life.
Well, I mean, look at your credits. I mean, you're still a very young actress, but look at what you've accomplished. How does that feel to you, knowing that you've done so much in an industry, and I'm going to go here, in an industry that still likes to see white, but you are a young, sophisticated woman of color that is taking the lead on so much?
Yes. You know what? When I started out, and shout out to Columbia College, where I got my training from. So I owe a lot to my professors there, because I'm a trained actress. And I like to say that because I think it's important to, be trained and to always hone your skills. But I'm excited just as a human being that people receive me and my energy and my spirit, and they want to work with me. And I am elated that I'm getting ready to start another production after I just wrapped my Perfect Wedding, which is airing on Prime Video and BET Plus. I'm getting ready to actually do 2 more films. So it's exciting to just be alive and just to spread cheer, because a lot of people need cheer and joy, and I feel like entertainment does that for people. I get countless emails and DMs on social media that says you made me laugh in this movie, you made me smile in this movie, or I love this character, and that warms my heart. It really does.
What is it that you've learned as a trained actress? And I'm so happy that you said that, Erica. What is the difference? And do you recommend that most people should consider to become the level that you're at, or does it really not matter? It's to each person their own.
You know what? Whatever works for you. If you're successful, just coaching with someone over the phone with your material, or if you're successful, training on stage, whatever works for you, though that can be your best results. So I don't want to particularly tell somebody to do something when they already may be successful at doing, what works for them. There's people on Instagram right now that are making the best reels, and they're successful. To me, that's successful. If you're bringing joy to someone in any capacity, that's a success to me. And I think ultimately that's what we need to do as human beings, is to spread the love, spread the joy. So if that's in writing, producing, acting, or just, hanging out with a relative and making them laugh and giving them a hug, that's success to me. Success is making other people happy, no matter what you do in life.
I appreciate that. And when we think about seriously, like making other people happy and knowing that you as an actor, an actress, of what you do to help people and to remind people about, fantasy and love and support, fiction, nonfiction, things like that. When we look at My Perfect Wedding, Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And before you do, I just want to read here that My Perfect Wedding, it says here, Trisha has obsessed over her wedding since childhood, but now she's stuck between the man she wants and the man who wants her and the man she chose. That is so like of reality. Can you tell us more about how that relates to you personally, and what was that role like for you?
Yes, My Perfect Wedding is so relatable because I think it's not just relatable to me, but will be relatable to others that view it and that have watched it. Because everybody is looking for love in some type of capacity, especially during the holiday season and Valentine's Day is coming up, and there's a lot of people out there that are single but yet they're on hold, but maybe they may pursue somebody later on down the road. And so this movie kind of tells you, the different types of personalities out there and what to look for. And then what makes somebody, connect with each other. So Trisha in this movie, My Perfect Wedding, has this outgoing personality, but yeah, she doesn't match with everybody in the movie. So she's having relationship issues, and that movie explains why she chose the person she chose at the end of the movie. And personally, I have relationship issues, so that's why it's relatable to me. I'm a hopeless romantic, and I'm always looking for the love of my life. I really am, to settle down. So that's why I chose the role and the character, and it resonated with me. And I think it's resonating with other people as well, because I bring a truth to the character, because it's kind of my story. So that's why I think people like the movie. They're like, oh, that is so believable. I'm like, oh, that's my life. So I'm always looking.
Well, you're still young, and don't you have a birthday coming up soon, January?
Yeah, Stephen Cuoco. I am a Capricorn. Yes.
Wow.
I am.
What makes
and as you can tell, I'm an extrovert Capricorn.
What is your birth element, a Capricorn? I'm not familiar with you guys.
Oh, so we're fun-loving, outgoing. We're a people person. People person means we gel. You put us in an atmosphere, we're gonna meet and network and talk and make friends. So that's what my friends always tell me. They kind of drag me out of the hookah lounges and the karaoke bars because I never want to leave, and I'm always making friends. And my phone is like full of numbers. And if you catch me on social media, anybody out there, I most definitely will chime in, talk to you, post, comment. And I like interaction. I like the human interaction. So that's just kind of how we kind of flow in society.
It doesn't surprise me that you're an extrovert, because your element as a Capricorn is earth. Yep.
I'm an earth sign. And the one thing I have to say about us Capricorns is that we kind of gel with all the signs, the zodiac signs. So I'm reading up on a lot of the zodiac signs and their personalities, and we mesh with a lot. And I maybe that's because we are earth sign. We're nature, Mother Earth type of beings, and so we kind of like gel with others, and I like that. I like that, especially being in the entertainment industry. I don't shy away from people, so it works for me.
I'm an Aries, and I can honestly say I do well with earth signs. Earth is all about balance and centering. It's related to where, I'm sure you can relate to where most people that are earth really value who they are as a person and as people, when you've got that unity.
Oh yeah. Collaboration is so important to me, and unity, and just caring about other people, and I'm the type of person where I go into the store and somebody walks up to me, they'll tell me their whole life. I'm just so approachable like that. And then I feel like I'm doing justice to people in the world, because sometimes people need a lending ear to listen to their problems, and I could be that stranger. People always like, "Oh my gosh, you're so nice, you're so friendly," and it's not a front. I really do care about people, and maybe that's why I'm an executive director of a 501c3 nonprofit, and I give scholarships and I mentor youth, and I am big on philanthropy and being a humanitarian. So I just like to give back to people and just make the world a better place.
I definitely want to highlight on that, and thank you for that, Erica. In your spare time, you promote children's books, You, She, Her, Him, Volume 1 and 2, and you oversee a 501c3 nonprofit. The Erica Hubbard Foundation as executive director, mentoring at-risk youth and giving away scholarships to college students. Would you like to tell us more about that?
Yes. So I grew up on the south side of Chicago. You can probably hear it in my accent. I'm a Chicagoan.
Oh,
And I grew up in a neighborhood that didn't have a lot of opportunities, for community centers for the youth. So, long story short, I was on a series called Lincoln Heights, which is airing right now, still in syndication on Hulu. And I used to get so many phone calls from youth centers saying, "Can you please come visit our youth center and talk to the children, talk to the teens?" And so I'm literally in Detroit on my weekends, on the weekends, because we worked Monday through Friday. So I'm on the flight going to this church, I'm going to this community center, and I was everywhere, flown all across the world. And I even spoke at the Boys and Girls Club. I spoke with Girl Scouts, just mentoring the youth and uplifting, edifying, empowering them, giving them hope not to give up, no matter what community you come from, even if you see poverty around you. So I said, you know what, let me take this a step further. Since I'm going out and doing this type of work, I might as well open up my own 501c3. So that's how the Erica Hubbard Foundation begun. And I still do it to this day, but I took it a step further. So kids that are growing up in poverty, that are in financial need, and they're trying to further their education, I started giving out scholarships to them. So anybody out there looking for a scholarship, we're getting ready to give out our 4th scholarship through the Erica Hubbard Foundation. Please DM me or email me. My email information's on the Instagram page, the Erica Hubbard Foundation. And maybe somebody could be the lucky recipient of our 4th scholarship for the 2023. So that's ongoing, and I'm happy that I can help students further their education and help with their financial needs.
for those that are tuning in, thank you for that, Erica. We've got Erica Hubbard. She's an award-winning television, film, stage actress, writer, and producer who has several projects that are streaming on Netflix, BET, Starz, Prime Video, Hulu, and more. You can head on over to Erica's Instagram, and that's the number 1, Erica Hubbard, ERICAHUBBARD. We're going to have another golden topic point here, and this is huge. You are a member of the Producers Guild of America, and you recently had written a holiday love story, Holiday Mistletoe, which is in production. Once again, Holiday Mistletoe, that's in production. So would you like to tell us more about being a member of the Producers Guild, how that benefits you and those that you work with, and about your new film that's in production?
Sure, Stephen. Coco, thank you so much for mentioning that. I'm so happy, and I have to make that elongate.
I love it, seriously.
Because I am. Because you know what? It's been a dream come true. This is my first holiday film I've ever written, and it's been well received. So far, people have been reading it, and they're like, let's produce it. So yes, we're producing it. And like I said, I'm a hopeless romantic. I've been doing this. To date, I've been in this business with over 60 credits and been in this business for a long time. And one of the most favorite movies that I like to watch are love stories. So I kind of grew up watching love stories, and so it's a dream come true to write Holiday Mistletoe and to start, filming it now. And being a Producers Guild member. Oh my gosh, to be amongst the top tier peers in the entertainment industry is a dream come true as well. So I mean, I thank the union for the opportunity just to create 2023, 2024, 2025 and beyond. And let me go ahead and say 2030 and beyond. And just anybody out there with the dream of writing, directing, producing, acting, contact me. I have a production company, the Erica Hubbard production, Hubbard Productions, and that's on Instagram. But you can like Steven said, contact me, and we're always looking for scripts, and especially love stories, because I there's never enough love stories in the world to be told. So I think that's just a great place for my production company to start. And we're just going to be doing some amazing things. And I look forward to working with an amazing community out there of artists.
It's truly remarkable, Erica. Once again, you're such a young, talented woman, professional and actress. You graduated from Columbia College, where you received your degree in communications. How have you utilized your education at Columbia and having a degree in communications? Where do you utilize that tool, that asset in your career?
Well, Columbia College set the foundation for me to become a writer, and to also to take my acting career serious, because we trained on stage there. My minor was theater, so I was under Sheldon Patinkin, rest in peace, and he was phenomenal at stage training, and taught me the fundamental skills to play different characters. Like, I played in Akeelah and The Bee. Akeelah and The Bee is totally different from me playing in a Cinderella story. Those two characters. So people like, how do you play that versus the other one? It's because I trained at Columbia College, and under their tutelage, I was working with people from Second City, Looking Glass, Groundlings, Improv Olympics, the Goodman Theater. And then also I took courses, training at Piven Theater. So I have a heavy training in stage. And so with that help at Columbia College has helped, catapult me into the industry in doing character work, but as a leading lady. So I could take a character and lead with it, but be different in different capacities, whether it's a horror film or a drama, a comedy. Or I just finished a movie called The Assistant, which is going to be airing soon. It's a Fox Originals, and the training. It's all because of Columbia College. As far as the communications degree, me being a writer, so my major was journalism and print journalism. And we had to write. They don't do that nowadays, but back then we had to do like 30-page essays. So it was like, when somebody was like, how do you write scripts? I'm like, oh, that's nothing. That's like, 60 pages. That's nothing to me. Plus, if you love what you do, it's not work. It's not work at all. It's enjoyment. So I genuinely love what I do, and it's enjoyment to me.
We have a question from Tessa from Oakland. As a woman of color, how can I become successful without becoming stereotyped?
Oh, most definitely. I would say what helped me as a person of color not get stereotyped is the training. So vocal training. So I know how to do different accents. One time I was called to be a Puerto Rican on stage, and I did that.
What?
And the next moment, I had to, have a Valley Girl. I'm on a series right now that's in syndication on Disney Plus, and I play the sassy girl on there. But then also one time they didn't have a girl to come in and play a Valley Girl, so I had to be like, oh my gosh, so hi, how are you? So you have to do the vocal training, and then next thing you know, people won't see you, they'll hear you. And you got to do the country voice. So I play around with your voice and get really into the art the
Wow.
craft, hone your skills, and then all that goes out the way. You'll just be a great person to work with that knows their craft.
But you've got a lot because you've learned, you know, I guess it would be what, dialect and things. You say you can do a country girl, valley girl. That
Yeah.
it's quite remarkable at the level of education and experience you have because, you know, I think what has happened and what I'm hearing is you've already had these set skills. Going to, you know, acquire education, enhance these skills because not everyone can do that. It's amazing.
You know what? I have to thank my dad. So before Columbia College, he did have me in vocal classes, dialect classes, stage training classes, and I was 8 years old. So okay, so going back, I started off being a model. So I was a Noxzema girl, and I started in commercials and modeling, and I was a Ford model. But one of his best friends was like, okay, she has a good personality for a little kid. She's outgoing. We need to get her in television and film. So then my dad took it upon himself and put me in a whole bunch of different classes and even dance classes, which is very important, body movement. And so fast forward, when I got to Columbia College, I did have training, but it didn't, like you said, it did enhance my training when I went to Columbia College. I started learning Chekhov and Shakespeare, and that helped as well. So training is so important. And even if you don't go to college, you could pick up a monologue book and start reading monologues and training and Shakespeare and just hone your craft, or August Wilson, and hone your craft. So I just think it's just important. And you don't have to wait on anybody to tell you we want you. You can film your own stuff, you know, and again, you could put it on TikTok or Instagram and let people see you. And if you shine bright enough, they'll call you.
How have you utilized, I'm so happy that you brought that up. How have you utilized social media and what benefit has it done for you in your life?
Oh, I don't even know what I would do if social media didn't exist. I get a lot of my opportunities from social media. People contact me and I'll give them my email and they're like, we have a script for you because we saw you do this dance on social media and we love it and we have this project for you, or can you collaborate and produce with us because, you know, we like your personality. And so I just believe it's a platform where you can shine and people get to know you. And so it's connecting. It's like connecting the dots, whether you're on Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, or even Snapchat, you know, or LinkedIn. But I have a social media addiction, I have to confess. So I'm always on those sites like all day. I have my phone set to a timer where it says, okay, time to take a social media break. So
Good.
I'm on
I've
it
heard about
so
that.
much. So it says time to log on. So I'm like, oh, already. So, but I utilize it. I think it's like a phone book. You have everybody at your fingertips in the whole wide world to reach out to, you know? So it's great, especially for a person that's sociable. So I'm reaching out to everybody, and it's networking, and I love it because that's what I think we should do more of, so we can collaborate with creatives.
How do you, and I'm glad you brought up about the timer. I've heard about that before.
Yeah.
How have you established balance within yourself, not just with social media? Once again, you did share you use a timer, but what do you do, Erica, for yourself to just disconnect and reconnect, or even though you may have always been connected, but just really be able to just bring yourself back home within yourself? What do you do? What happens in that moment of self-reflection?
Oh, this is such an important question. This question right here is so vital to surviving in society and just in life, is how do you reconnect with yourself? So what I do, it's a whole lot of techniques I do. And it's just not the thing where, oh, take a lavender bubble bath, you know, or, you know, put some eucalyptus in your shower and steam. That stuff works. But I started doing stuff that kind of balances me out. I just read a book called Vibrate Higher. So also what you put in your mind, what you read helps you with your energy and balancing you. So, a book, a good book to get you centered and have a positive mindset is important, to be optimistic. But I'm into saging. I have Palo Santo. I have incense. I have candles. I meditate a lot. So I listen to different sounds that uplift you. Yoga. I say my mantras. I say my I am. And this stuff works because you are what you believe. So it's important to say, because you got to believe it first before anybody else believes it. But your energy is so important. And I also sound baths and tuning forks and massages. Okay, so I spoil myself with relaxation because I feel like you need it. You need some way to treat yourself where you feel elevated in the world. So if somebody's having a bad day, they'll call me, and I guarantee you I'm going to lift their spirits up because I'm so grounded and balanced. They're like, what did you do today? I'm like, the same routine, the same routine. So it's important to reflect and meditate and just make sure you zen out and you're at peace so you can bring peace to others.
I like that. And I'm going to tell you, I'm very familiar with the tuning forks. Some people call them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't say. We're
weird,
good.
But thank you.
No, they call them angel wands. I've heard them being called angel wands. See?
Yeah. I love you. Oh, Stephen, I love you. Thank you. So that's one of the best techniques you can do is use a tuning fork. It makes me centered. It makes me happy. And I can bring joy to other people's lives, if I'm happy.
I've got to actually purchase some, seriously. It's been a long time since I've had any. And I went to my neighbor's house a couple weeks ago and I walked in and she picked them right up off her coffee table and said, here, let me do something. And she ding. Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
So tuning forks are also known as angel wands, and it really is an amazing frequency. It really is.
Oh yes. I'm into frequencies. I'm big on that. So I also listen to frequencies. So that's pretty much why I kind of wear my stress like it's like low levels. My dad always says, "Oh my gosh, you're so happy go lucky, so happy go." And I take the tuning fork. I said, "Ding!" He says, "Oh, Erica."
Well, big shout out to, once again, Lisa Rodrigo over at All My Promotions. Have you shared with her and done the ding of the little angel wands on her yet?
I must share with her. I must.
You do. And the sage is good. And have you ever used salt? Have you ever put salt outside your door?
No. I would please share.
Well, salt is salt is all about purification, and it's known to let demons and malevolent energies know not to come in. It's no different than using the brooming technique of going in that space, putting on some white sage, maybe using your angel wands and sweeping out that energy. You use a broom. And no, that's not a witchy thing. That's a Celtic thing. Yeah.
Most definitely. I'm all about zenning, making a zen atmosphere. So when people walk in my house, literally people fall asleep on my couch. So my atmosphere, they feel so comfortable in my house. I'm like, what are you doing? Taking off your shoe, putting your feet up on the couch. Okay, welcome. So any technique I can use to make people feel light and happy and go lucky, then I'm all for it.
It's what's remarkable is it truly is like a glass of wine or champagne, even though I can get hyper sometimes or energetic off of certain alcohols, but you're right. Honestly, you're a female version of me because I treat my home the same way. I'm very selective. I enjoy parties at other people's house because I've learned if it's not someone close to me or someone that I feel safe with, I stopped doing home get-togethers a long time ago because I've had major intrusive experiences of people that I knew of or was acquaintanceship with, or a friend was like, "Oh, can I invite someone?" And it totally messed the energy up. And if not in the beginning, it usually did either when the buzz kicked in or when something was going on in a conversation, all of a sudden switched and you're like, where did that come from? So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That happened to me last week. I had a friend bring somebody else in, but I changed the energy. I actually do essential oils, and I had an essential oil when they walked in. It's like it's mixed with orange scent, eucalyptus spearmint, and it literally makes you light. And they're like, whoa! And yeah, they kept saying we should leave. An hour later, we should leave. An hour later, we should leave. But also, I'm into aromatherapy. Aromatherapy can change your mood and make you feel a certain way as well.
Tell me more about that. Explain, what do you mean that they were like, we should leave, and then an hour later, was
they
it that
they enjoyed the company so much of my atmosphere, my place, that they didn't want to leave. So different smells can make you feel certain ways, can relax you or can give you energy. So I have one that makes you feel real light and calm and relaxing. So basically, I put the drops in the diffuser and I put the mist on, and they didn't want to leave. We talked and laughed and talked, and we ended up watching some other interviews on YouTube, and they had a good time. So I think what you smell is important. What you taste. If you pair different fruits and nuts and candies together, can create a certain vibe. And it's important because we're working with our endorphins, our serotonin levels, and dopamine. And you want to keep their vibrations high, because, the better you are with your vibe, the more you attract in life. And that's how I feel, So what you eat, what you listen to, what you smell, what you touch, all the senses. If you can delight yourself with working all your senses, it makes you feel great.
Exactly. And I want to be very transparent. The reason why I asked from your experience, Erica, and I totally saw in my head and understood what you were saying, like maybe we should leave and then stay, maybe we should leave. There have been people in the past, and would love to know if you've had this experience, that if that ever happened, I understand a positive experience where it was. But we all know, whether you believe it or not, I mean, science has proven it, not just religion, but science has proven it. If someone unexpectedly has poltergeist or a demon or a evil spirit, sometimes when they walk into environments like ours, it'll hit them and they'll acclimate, but then those demons will realize that they can't do their foolishness. So what they'll try to do is pull that person of body and embodiment out of an environment like yours. And then for whatever reason, so that's why I'd asked, because I've seen and experienced your side of it, but I've also seen to where those demons or those negative energies wanted to pull them out because they did not want them to transition or to elevate in environments like ours, because they knew they would lose control and they would have to release because they don't have permission to stay, and they know they don't have permission to stay in an environment like ours.
You know what? A lot of people, if they have a negative spirit, they'll just look at me and then they'll just walk away. Or they'll utter something and they really can't get it out, and they're like, and they don't know what that is. So my energy and my spirit is my vibration is so high, my frequency is so high that they can't resonate with that, and they'll just automatically, they just go, oh, okay. And so, and another thing I do, I laugh a lot. And so that kind of raises my vibration, because everybody knows laughter is medicine for your soul. So I like to watch a lot of comedies, and negative energy, they don't do that. So they can't vibe around me because I'm like, and they're like, huh?
It
what?
irritates them.
Like, what?
Yeah, it's like, fingernails on a chalkboard to them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you probably have pissed off a lot of those little minions. Oh, yeah. And the thing of it is what I love is that what's beautiful about who you are, Erica, is you're able to do it freely, effortlessly, but also in such a peaceful way to where there's no fear. I don't sense any fear in you.
No, you know what? I'm a hugger, so I don't have that apprehension with people or in anybody, and I'm gonna hug you, and hopefully my hug can make you feel happy because at the end of the day, I want to see more smiles on people's faces than frowns. Like everybody deserves a smile. Everybody deserves to smile. So whether I'm giving you a smile or I'm seeing you smile, ooh, that's just it's great for me. It's great, and that's what I want to see.
Before we close out, because I know we can go on and on and on. I mean, you and I are like in sync. I'm feeling you, like really feeling you, like an avatar moment. Like I see you through this microphone.
I love it. I can feel you through the phone. I love it. Come here, let me give you a hug. No,
okay. No, seriously. I just put my phone down because I was going to do a little bit of reading. But yeah, all right. I'm putting my arms around myself.
I've read 11 books this year. So my goal was to read a book a month. I'm an avid reader. I am like, my mom came to the house and she's like, why do you have so many books around you? There's so many books. Erica, just go to the library so you can give them back. But I literally order books online. So you're surrounded by books in my house.
Yes.
I love reading.
I've got to ask, have you ever thought of going into law?
No, but it's crazy you said that because, I dated somebody, he was a lawyer. He's a lawyer. So we clicked because, my major was, my minor was theater, but my major was investigative journalism and he was an attorney. So we would like talk about cases and solve things and stuff. So that's what we did. It was cool.
Are you like me to where, yes, having a great physique and being healthy and good looks is a great asset. I'm not going to lie. I was vain at one time in my life, but I've realized, and I read something today on social media, I have always been, here's my question for you, if you can relate to this. I've always been the type of person now in my life, even more to where if you have a strong, powerful mind and are resilient, that to me is more attractive than necessarily what your body and looks are. I go for the power of the mind first before I go for anything else now. Can you relate?
I totally can relate for the power of the mind. And I say work on your mental health, which is important because if you got to have a sound mind in order to be strategic and successful out here. So if you have a strong mind, then the world's your playground. Mental health is very important. So certain vitamins you can take to help for brain development. And a lot of people don't know that. So they're exercising, they have abs, and they have, and that stuff's good. The abs, the calves, all the muscles. But also the very important muscle, your brain too, you have to develop and work on that as well. So both are equally as important. Also what you put into your body, the green stuff is good. I just came from the store and people don't know arugula and bean sprouts and chard, stuff like that. So it's really wholeness is important, whether you're in the gym or you're reading a good book or you're looking, some people do color therapy. That's a whole nother thing. Or they do taste therapy. That's another thing, tapping. So I don't want to get too technical about all the different therapies out there, but it all helps. It all makes
sense. And what I would also like to share, and is something that is extremely interesting, a little bit kind of really, but most people are not fully developed until they're mid to late 20s. So it's a scientific fact that the prefrontal cortex is not fully developed until you're like 26, 28. With that, so I'm glad you mentioned about techniques and therapy, because really, especially whether you're a parent or as you're growing, for you as a woman and everything that you've been educated by and through and from for, self-taught and as a college educated woman, what would you say and recommend to anyone who is young, who's still in that development? What can you offer of advice to help that person make their life easy and to be more forgiving and compassionate about themselves?
Most definitely. You're bringing up a very, very vital topic. So yeah, I researched that, the frontal lobe, and to tell you the truth, some people that I talk to, I could tell if it's developed, because some never develop. And so now we're getting to a topic: why are some adults walking around, and everybody doesn't do a brain scan, why their frontal lobe hasn't been developed? So I'm not a doctor. I'm a reader, and I read on, people, IQ and EQ. So I started reading on people's EQ because I would express certain things and comprehension would not kind of be there. So I'm like, what's going on? So I started looking at the brain and how it's nurtured and how it's developed and what vitamins you can take, but also what you say to a person as a child. So the formative years, I think it's like 1 through 5 or 1 through 4. And then also how you care for an individual helps with their growth. So everybody didn't get that in a home environment where they had to learn survival skills. So I started looking at the brain and how it functions and how people receive information, and started, because some people say, oh, I'm smart, but your emotional health is important, your EQ, and that makes great leaders. So I started reading on that, and what can I say to a person? So words are powerful. All you can do when you're around somebody's company is edify them, empower them. So that's kind of what I do with my mentorship program is, give them words of encouragement, because some people are in environments and home families and around friends that have negative behavior, and they're not encouraged. And you can't excel through words. You can't excel. There's books that I read that are words of encouragement that literally, when I read the book and it was like somebody's talking to me like a life coach, I've accomplished so much through that year. So if you don't have anybody to do it for you verbally, whether it's somebody, a therapy or counselor, read a book or a podcast or, a YouTube video, so you can listen to it and it builds your spirit up.
I appreciate that. Thank you again for everything, for you being here with us today on Power 98.5. And once again, Akeelah Hubbard, an award-winning television, film, and stage actress, writer, and producer who has several projects that are streaming on Netflix, BET, Starz, Prime Video, Hulu, and more. Akeelah Hubbard can be recently seen as a leading lady in the hit film My Perfect Wedding, streaming on BET Plus and Prime Video. She is also a graduate of Columbia College, where she received her degree in communication. She has a 501c3, and she is the foundation of her own foundation as an executive director, mentoring at-risk youth and giving away scholarships to college students. And you did reference, Akeelah, that you've got one coming up soon. Do you want to recap on that with us?
Yes, thank you for having me on Power 98.5, Stephen Cuoco. I really enjoyed the interview. And everyone, thank you for your support. Follow me on social media to keep up with me. I'm on Instagram at @1Akeelah Hubbard, and Twitter, Akeelah Hubbard, Facebook, Akeelah Hubbard. I appreciate it. I have a couple of films coming out besides My Perfect Wedding, like Stephen said, that's airing on BT Plus and Prime Video. I have Holiday Mistletoe that's in production. And then I have a movie coming out called The Assistant, which is a thriller. So that's going to be interesting to see. So, follow me on social media, and thank you for the love and the support.
You're welcome. And if you need an extra actor or something, I'll come read seriously.
Yes.
I'll make a great professor or something.
Good company.
You too. And lastly, Akeelah, once again, tapping into the nonprofit, how can someone apply or become part of obtaining a scholarship through your nonprofit organization?
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. The Akeelah Hubbard Foundation, please reach out to us at the Akeelah Hubbard Foundation at yahoo.com. If you can't write that down because I said it so fast, the Akeelah Hubbard Foundation at yahoo.com. We are on Instagram at _Akeelah ERICA_Hubbard, HUBBARD_foundation, the Erica Hubbard Foundation. And yeah, come on and either email us or DM me and we'll get right back to you. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Who would you like to give a shout out to?
I would like to give a shout out to you, Stephen Popo.
Thank you.
This interview has been amazing, and I am so happy to be on Power 98.5. And I'm talking to everybody in the UK and the US. And I just want everybody to have a good holiday season and to love each other and to always try your best to be a person of good cheer.
Absolutely. We appreciate you for everything that you've done, what you continue to do, what you continue to offer in this world through your nonprofit, your upcoming projects, that are going to help with jobs and community and support and creativity. So it is really remarkable.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything. Thank you.
You're welcome, Erica. And thank you to everyone for tuning in live today on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. Download the iOS or Android app. Tune in on Alexa. And once again, a big, big thank you to Tessa from Oakland for your question. And head on over to power985.com. Tessa, you can always send us another message. Let us know if that's been helpful. You can also go to Erica's Instagram at the number 1. You're going to put 1 and then Erica Hubbard, ERICAHUBBARD. And you can also go to www.ericahubbard.info. Big shout out once again, my good friend Lisa Rodrigo at All My Promotions. And let me actually get on over to her webpage. Where is she at? I want to make sure I've got it. Oh, yeah. Here we go. What is going on? That darn backspace. Here we are. All right, so I'm back on here. And yes, Lisa Rodrigo, All My Promotions. You can reach out to Lisa at All My Promotions, the number 1 at gmail.com. And don't forget, you have got to watch Erica's latest, newest, hot hit film where she is the leading lady, My Perfect Wedding. And it goes like this. Trisha has obsessed over her wedding since childhood, but now she is stuck between the man she wants, the man who wants her, and the man she chose. Boy, doesn't that sound like something we all have been in at least once in our life? But you know what? A little fantasy and some type of Cinderella story. Holidays are coming up. It's already November. Happy November, everyone. But romance is in the air. Erica, loving her, loving what she's doing. She is pure exotic romance as well. And once again, all of the greatest and best of Erica Hubbard. Instagram, number 1, Erica Hubbard. And then you can also go to www.ericahubbard.info. And then she's also on Twitter. So you can go there as well. And her Twitter handle is Erica Hubbard as well. And you can't miss it because she is verified. Thank you to everyone for tuning in today. Once again, we have tomorrow actor Mike Manning at 10 a.m. Pacific. Don't also want to miss on November 4th at 11 Pacific, Jay Litherland. And then on November 5th, we've got music artist Jason Marshall at 2 p.m., all Pacific time. Thank you again to everyone who's been with us today. Thanks again to Tessa over at Oakland for the question. We love you. We respect all of you. Remember, Power 98.5 Satellite Radio is your home for all the latest and greatest in news, sports, entertainment, reality TV, and I am the number 1 hit show that's unscripted in the world of radio, and where the reach of Power 98.5 is in 200 countries and counting. And remember, whether you are listening on the iOS or Android app, Alexa, in your car, in your home, wherever, we also stream live on Live FM Radio, StreamItter.com, Streama, MyTuner, and more. Head on over to power985.com. to find out all the latest and greatest and what's upcoming when it comes to Catherine and Company with Catherine Swain and Resilient You with Alicia Pazzoni. Looking forward to having Torellia Hoskins back on with Let Me Tell You What Lady T. Hopefully she'll be back on in the new year. Either way, we love and support everything that you do in this world. And remember, just like Erica touched on, do well, live well, be well, do what's right. Be in love. Get those angel wands because they really are very impressive. Get them off of Amazon. Google them. They're tuning forks, but we all call them angel wands. Sweep that negativity out of your home. Put some salt in front of you or outside of your doors and let those energies know that if you're not of love, you're not welcome in my home. Have a great day, everyone.
Hi, I'm actress producer Erica Hubbard, and today I will be interviewing with the acclaimed personality Stephen Quoco on 98.5. Tune in, support. I'll be talking about My Perfect Wedding. All right, thanks you guys for the support and love.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.